Life has a funny way of keeping us on our toes. Just when you think you know the answers or when you got the answers, they change the course. Just like the words of the immortal Roddy Piper. We witnessed the heist of the century, not Seth Rollins, but Lamar Jackson robbed at gunpoint, stripped of all of his clothing, all of his jewelry, all of his personal belongings, including his MVP award, given to the new media darling, the new great white hope, the new potential new quarterback that is the new face of the league, I guess. The media darling that I call him, Josh Allen. It's the Flex Zone. Welcome back. Appreciate everybody with us last night for the NFL Honors stream. Had a fun time. Reacted to this live, so no better place to do it than here with you in the Flex Zone. Make sure you guys stiff arm that subscribe button like Derrick Henry, blitz that bell like Zach Rose defense, tackle that thumbs up like Roquan. We want to hear from you in the comment section. What are your thoughts on this? Should Lamar Jackson have won MVP? Should Josh Allen have won MVP? Should they have just, like I said, just give them both MVP if y'all want to do this goofiness? Do the co-MVP, Peyton Manning, rest in peace to the late, great Steve McNair. But any comment helps. Let us know your thoughts on this. Your predictions for the Super Bowl. We'll be live for that this weekend. We'll have all the previews and live stream for that. So stay tuned. And anything, what are you doing this weekend? What are you eating for the big game? And your thoughts on the upcoming weekend and what you got planned for February as we get into the week of love. It's the Flex Zone. We love you. Appreciate everybody being here. Once again, welcome all our new subscribers. Subscribe, hit that like button, hit that bell if you haven't already. I got the names of the people who didn't vote for Lamar. I got the individuals who were goofy. I got some video clips to show you. I got it all right here on the Flex Zone podcast. And thank you for joining me on this Flock Friday as we continue the offseason coverage and Ravens coverage 24/7, 365 into the offseason, which has been tumultuous to say the least for the Ravens. You look at the Ravens, and we can go back real quick to the season that was. It was a failure ending. And I equate it and I use this analogy like school, higher education. You're in a class for the semester. You do good in everything. You pretty much have a pretty high grade. But the final exam, the true test to measure if you can pass this course, they failed. They did start off slow. They started off failing, but they then brought their grade up to a high mark, had a consistent streak of A's and very high level performances against quality playoff teams, which I'll get into about this argument. Then they get to the final exam, which they're judged on wins and losses in the playoffs. They don't even get back to where they were last year. And like we say, nobody beats the Ravens like the Ravens. And they fell on their own sword yet again, beat themselves, self-inflicted wounds, and it pretty much led to them bleeding out in Buffalo on that painful Sunday night with the wind and a little bit of snow and all that other goofiness. But when it comes to Lamar Jackson, we've known this since he's been drafted. Heisman Trophy winner, last pick in the first round. Every time Lamar does what they say he cannot, when he answers the questions that are given to him and exceeds what they even want. Oh, he's not a quarterback. He needs to play running back. He needs a receiver. Oh, he's not very quarterback. Oh, if he keeps running like this, he's going to get hurt. He can't stay healthy for a full season. He turns the ball over too much. He can't throw the deep ball. He's not a leader. He can't win a game in the playoffs. He can't win consecutive games in the playoffs, which is the last question that needs to be answered. They move the goalposts. They move it to the left. They move it to the right. They move it up. And they move it down. And they move it all the way around. And we're back here where we are yet again. Ravens player snubbed. And a lot of people in Baltimore, a lot of Ravens fans feel like it's in us area are born and bred. But with that being said, you kind of see it, whether it's on the field with referees doing dumb stuff and calling goofy, egregious penalties. The Ravens somehow ending up with now Justin Tucker allegations from over 5 years ago. Now having to, I don't know, trade for Deontay Johnson and have that goofiness throughout the season hanging over their head. Oh, that's right. Your best receiver that Lamar has the most rapport with drops a 2-point conversion. Lamar hasn't turned the ball over most of the season, turns the ball over twice in a playoff game. So the offseason isn't off to the best start. This didn't help. And in the Hall of Fame, only putting 4 guys in, smallest class since 05. Why didn't they just add Terrell Suggs? You got Jared Allen, well deserved, and we can have the argument about him and Suggs, but Suggs played with a lot of great defenders, but Jared Allen did carry his defense. But Suggs, the awards, the playoff moments, the just the overall sheer moments we remember with him in the AFC North, but both deserving. Four guys, lowest since '05. I do want to give a big shout out to the Sterling Sharp and Shannon Sharp, the Sharp brothers, the first group of brothers in the Hall of Fame, not the Mannings. What a way to celebrate Black History Month. So what a way to start Black History Month. But the lowest class, smallest class since 2005. Come on now. Can we get something? Can we get at least one more person? Making it even five? But let's play the clip from good old Danny Boy, Dan Orlovsky on ESPN, who did not for Lamar Jackson. I have the names, and we'll go over them after this right here on the Flex Zone. Let me do that. Let me get you guys up there, and let us hear from good old Danny Boy about his reasoning for picking Josh Allen.
For Lamar, for first team All-Pro. And you voted for Josh MVP. Yeah. Okay, so then explain it to me.
Because I
how
think
did
Josh
you
was
differentiate those things?
the value that the player brought to their football team. The Bills were the number 2 seed. Josh had a 40 touchdown, 8 turnover, 14 sack season. The Bills didn't have an elite defense. The Bills had a very good run game, not a great run game. They didn't have elite perimeter players in any regard. The way that Josh played this season and the different style that he played brought tremendous value to their football team. Lamar's season was absolutely sensational. He was probably the best player in football this year, or Jamar Chase, or Saquon Barkley. But value and how much you impact your team, who you do it with, and who you do it against, that's where I thought Josh Allen had the upper hand.
Interesting. We disagree on this side of the table.
Did he say most valuable player for his team? Is this MVP of the league or of the Bills?
Oh gosh. So I mean, I think I'm glad that we have Dan here to defend him and the people who did this, but it does feel like you're trying to split the baby. Like you don't got the heart to say what you actually want to say. I think both of them had MVP caliber seasons, but it feels like you are trying to find some little semantics trapdoors. You can give this to him and that to them because you don't actually want to say what you really want to say.
Which is what
Lamar Jackson had the best season this year, and maybe you could argue
but that's not the award.
See, this is the semantics foolishness we do. This is what you do. You say value, and the cool thing about value, it gives us on these shows a way to argue because you can twist it and turn it any way you want. Normally, MVP means who's the best damn dude in the league.
Yeah,
and it to me, obviously, Josh Allen had an MVP caliber season, but the best damn dude in the league this year was the guy who was first team All-Pro.
Is the first player in 21 seasons as Lamar Jackson to win MVP. Well, not win MVP while being named first team All-Pro. And our good friend D from DieSportNet just has a message for Dan Orlovsky. We got to play.
That dickhead Dan Orlovsky, he can kiss my ass for the vote he gave that explanation this morning.
And there's D. There's D. And we can even look at courtesy of our good friend who we've had on the show. Make sure y'all show him some love and follow him. But hey, look, this is the list. You've seen Jackson's list. Diana Rossini, Kay Adams, Mike Florio. I voted for Josh Allen. My apologies, but Diana Rossini, Kay Adams, Mike Florio, Mike Sando, Mike Tirico, Mina Kimes, Teddy Bruschi, Tom Brady, and Tony Dungy. That should tell you all you need to know right there. Those last three names. Allen's, Chris Sims, Dan Orlovsky, Emmanuel Acho, Jim Miller, Pete Prisco, and Rich Gannon. Yes, Rich Gannon. That Rich Gannon, who you are thinking of that the Ravens whooped their ass in the AFC Championship game all those wonderful, 20-some-odd years ago? There you go. Yes, who? We don't know who.
Who? Go Google it.
But yeah, you see, you had these individuals vote for Lamar. These individuals vote for Josh Allen. But what say you? Like I said, people won't even throw the argument, oh, Josh Allen had a better year last year and Lamar won. First of all, y'all need to be slapped upside your damn head, like D said, because it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Man. It's ridiculous. Slap him again. There you go. Get the belt, man. Get the damn belt. Yes, they need a damn belt because it's ridiculous of what they're doing to great Lamar Jackson. And then, like I said, that season, oh, Josh Allen had more yards, more touchdowns. Yeah, he also had more turnovers, didn't win as many games, and he didn't even lead his team to the number 1 seed this season. Patty Mahomes did that. And he did beat Patrick Mahomes, but I also did see this I wanted to read off real quick. We have with the Josh Allen, he was 13-4. Of the 13 wins, 2 were against playoff teams, Kansas City Chiefs and Detroit Lions. 11 versus non-playoff teams with a combined record of 46-90. Lamar Jackson, 12 wins, so only 1 less win. 7 were against playoff teams. So he had 5 more wins against playoff teams, 5 against non-playoff teams with a combined record of 22-46. Lamar played an overall harder strength of schedule and had more wins and more production against playoff teams. How many years did we sit up here on a national TV game, Thanksgiving, Christmas, whatever, a primetime game, and Lamar is put on a show, an MVP-like performance, or he pretty much outduels a guy they're hyping up like Brock Purdy or whomever else for MVP. Lamar Jackson was robbed of the MVP last night. It's simple. He wasn't even there. I'm sure he was tipped off beforehand. He wasn't even he's not the type of guy to be out like that. He's probably not even in New Orleans. But with that being said, he got robbed. He got robbed at gunpoint. They took all his clothes, all his jewelry, his fronts, his grill. They said, give it up. This award is going to Josh Allen. We're going to give him the Media Dog. They're going to give him the FedEx Air Player of the Year award and the Trash Talker of the Year award. How do you win both of those with the Media Nice Guy and the Trash Talker of the Year award also? But I'm pretty much done ranting here. I just wanted to get this off my chest. I don't know what they were thinking giving it to Josh Allen. Like I said, I was cool with co-MVP. Give it to Lamar. Give it to Josh. They both get on their resume. We counted under Peyton's. We don't put an asterisk or a star next to it saying it was a co-MVP. MVP. And both guys were deserving of it. But Lamar Jackson last year didn't have the weapons Josh Allen had. You know what I mean? So it's funny how we try to make a point about what is going on with quarterbacks and who is the MVP, but Lamar Jackson should have no doubt been the MVP. And just hearing that from Dan Orlovsky, hearing that Rich Gannon, Pete Prisco, Dan Orlovsky, Manuel Acho, Jim Miller, Chris Sims all voted for Josh Allen. Not surprising. It just kind of seemed like the trajectory of the season, having Josh Allen be pretty much smooched all season, pretty much be coddled all season as to no matter what he did, it was great. No matter how good or how bad he played, it was the greatest thing since sliced bread. They were calling him the best quarterback in the league, even the best player in the league. And we talk about, is it stats? Is it value? Is it this? Is it that? At the end of the day, I think it's safe to say, yeah, we're not knocking Josh Allen for winning, but we're kind of trying to figure out why Lamar Jackson is losing. And if he's winning AP with the same voters who vote for the AP, how is he not the MV3 MVP? But I want to hear from you. Sound off down below. We are, like the song says, the best of the best of the best. God's favorite hosts right here on the Flex Zone podcast. Only place giving you sports how you want it when you need it. Still farm that subscribe button if you're new. Go ahead, tackle that thumbs up like Roquan. Make sure you blitz that bell. Vote on the poll. Sound off below. We want to hear from you. What are your thoughts on the Lamar Jackson robbery? Do you believe Josh Allen deserved it? I mean, it doesn't matter really inevitably because both of them were on the couch together. They're both losers. They didn't win the Super Bowl. They're not even in the Super Bowl. And Jalen Hurts has been 2 out of the last 3. So whatever you want to call that, it is what it is. Who's really the MVP, right? I mean, and Mahomes is on the cross for a 3-peat. So he's sitting back, eating his popcorn. Like, I don't care about what these peasants do. I'm going for my 4th ring, 3rd straight Super Bowl, 4th Super Bowl MVP, 3rd straight Super Bowl MVP. I'm on a whole nother level. And so are we here on the Flex On podcast, only place giving you sports and Ravens coverage throughout the offseason into the regular season and beyond. God's favorite hosts. Appreciate you last night for the live stream love. Everybody, welcome all the new subscribers. If you can, leave a comment, leave your thoughts. I want to hear from you. What are your thoughts on this? What did you think about what Dan Orlovsky said? What are your predictions for the Super Bowl? We'll be live for the Super Bowl, and we'll also have a preview live tomorrow night. Also, so hit that bell to know when we go live. Leave a comment, subscribe. Can't wait to hear from you, Flex Zone family. God's favorite host. Have a great day. Man, we witnessed a live robbery, but we witnessed it together right here on the Flex Zone. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day.